Welcome friends, my name's Jodi. Thanks for joining me for Krannert Art Museum Yoga. If you've been following weekly, religiously, you'll see that last week I had some technical issues, so I want to apologize for that. Hopefully we have it worked out for this week. I call that last week video the Bride of Frankenstein. I had to piece it together. Really hoping this week will go a lot smoother. Hopefully I've got those things worked out. So really miss seeing you in person. Hopefully someday soon we can all be back together. So for practice today, have a couple of blocks, blanket, maybe a bolster for your Shavasana. I've got a strap as well. Sometimes things flow and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. You don't know what I'm gonna do. So it's always nice to have extra props. Even in a class, I'll go to a yoga studio, or used to go to a yoga studio, and I usually would bring in extra props, especially a strap for my tight shoulders, even if the instructor didn't cue it. So it's nice to have things around that you know that you need for your practice. So let us begin. Let us just start standing. So standing, feet in symmetry. You can spread out the toes, you can rock a little back and forth. My feet are about hip distance apart, maybe even a little bit wider. Just kind of starting to work into the knees a little bit, taking some bends here. Really feeling the foundation. So you root down in, grow the spine tall, and take some rolls through shoulders up, back, and down. Notice any stiffness that might be in the shoulders this morning, or afternoon or evening, whenever you're doing this video. It's a morning here. One more time, rolling through the shoulders, relax the arms down, but have some intentional opening in the heart, intentional spreading of fingers. A true Tadasana, you can draw the low belly slightly in and up. Think about that as the foundation for this pose. As you close your eyes, just if that feels safe, and checking in here, feeling the slight movements in the body, balance, breath, mind, emotions. Place one hand at the heart, one hand at the belly. Feeling those two life forces energizing your body. Maybe forming an intention for this practice, something to inform the practice, enhance it. A positive guide and reminder of what you need in this moment. Relaxing the arms down, breathing in through the nose. You can open the mouth, exhale. Bow the head heavy. You can start to rock the head gently from side to side. Just getting into the joints of the neck. Take your time here. We'll probably do more neck work. It's usually one of the top 10 requested body parts. Neck, shoulders, hips, low back. Relaxing through the face as you move, softening in the jaw. If it feels safe and comfortable, you can start to make full circles all the way around. Working into the front of the neck, the sides, back of the neck. Still standing intentionally with the rest of the body, supporting this upper body movement. I've had some injuries in my neck. Didn't always feel safe or comfortable to roll all the way back. So really making sure that it feels good for you. You can stay with the sway forward. It's taken years of physical therapy and yoga to be able to get a full rotation of my head around the neck. That's a story for another time. Rolling in the opposite direction. Just take your time. Breathing. Notice if any place feels in particular need. You're always welcome to pause, stop, breathe in that space. Just about creating more space. And one more slow circle. Maybe range of motion has opened up a bit more. Head heavy. And start to round here intentionally. Maybe even give yourself a nice big hug, crossing one arm on top of the other, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, exhale. Then as you inhale, open the arms, slightly arch through the spine, open the heart, reach the tailbone back behind you. Then as you exhale, bowing forward, the opposite arm in front, give yourself a nice big hug, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone. Draw the low belly in and up, and then inhale, opening. Exhale. Opposite arm on top, hugging in, rounding in. Inhale, opening. Really exaggerating these movements. One last time, exhale. Keep switching up the arms each time, hug in, and inhale, opening up. Then relax the arms down. You can begin to bring palms together, interlace the fingers, pressing the palms forward. That's your exhalation. Inhale back through center. Exhale forward once again. Really separate the shoulder blades. Inhale back through center. Exhale, palms forward. Separate shoulder blades. Inhale, opening the heart. One last time, knuckles towards the camera or forward. Inhale, straighten, align, and then keep fingers interlaced, pressing palms skyward. Really reaching palms up towards the sky. Lengthen through the side bodies. You can begin to spread the toes. Lift up on the toes if you're able. Staying lifted here, release the fingers, inhaling. And then as you exhale, floating arms down, float the heels down. And then we'll just take that with the breath. Inhale, floating up, reach fingertips up, lift up on the heels, strong core. And then exhale, soften back down. A couple more times, inhale. Really reaching long through the side waist, lifting up on the toes. That one failed. Exhale, soften back down. And then one last time. Inhale. And exhale, releasing back down to the earth. Step the feet a little bit wider. Just start to move the body. Washing machine. Slight taps of the hands to the body, to the torso. Make sure the knees feel safe here. You can make these bigger sweeping movements, maybe lifting one heel up, then the other. Make this more intentional with the arms. So we're really just warming up the core. You can start to bring the arms into goalpost arms, cactus arms. Refirm the legs. Moving gently, slowly from side to side. It's that intentional core rotation. Building some heat, feeling it. And then back through your center. From here, arms down alongside the body. Step the feet out even wider. Toes out, heels in. Begin to open through the chest, lengthen through the spine. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Knees drive out, hips tuck, tailbone tucks. And then inhale, press the feet into the earth, align. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, driving feet into the earth, lengthen. Next time you bend, we can stay here, wrapping the fingertips forward, pressing the right palm into the right inner thigh, relaxing that right shoulder down, gazing over the left. Breathe in here, twisting in the spine, keep driving the knees away from one another, engage through the glutes. And then inhale, arriving back through your center, open the heart. Exhale, going the other way. Breathing. One more breath. And arriving. As you come back through center, you can keep the knees bent, hands to the earth. We're coming into a tabletop position. Just a couple cat-cows here, spreading the fingers. Still articulating through the spine, still guided by the breath. A couple more times on your own. You can even start to circle here, maybe flowing in a different way. So a little bit of freedom, a couple breaths on your own. Starting to recognize what you need in your own body. And then arriving back through tabletop, back through center. I'm gonna make sure I've got plenty of room out in front of me, back in the tabletop. The right palm's gonna ground. I'm gonna reach the left fingertips towards that right corner. Inhale. Exhale to sink back. We're gonna move with the breath. Neck stays pretty neutral. Back through center, tabletop, left palm grounds, right fingers reach, inhale. And then exhale, sink back. So we're opening up that right side body. Back through center, right palm grounds, inhale, reaching, left fingertips. Exhale, sinking back, really using the sticky mat. Feel those opposing energies, creating space in the body. Left palm grounds, right arm reaches, inhale. And exhale, sinking back. One more time from side to side. Deep, even breaths, guiding the movement. Coming back into your center, you can curl the toes under, press the mat away, coming into a down dog. Feel free to pedal out through feet here, bending knees, maybe lifting legs, really moving and opening into toes. One more breath here. Then releasing your knees to the earth. Inner big toes can come together to touch. Round the spine, press the mat away, sink the hips back to the heels. You can relax the forehead to the earth. You can stack the hands or fists, whatever feels most available to you. And breathe. One more breath. Beginning to draw the palms back under the shoulders, back into your tabletop position, making sure you've got plenty of room back behind you. Grounding through that left palm to really spread through the fingers as you extend the right leg out, pinky toe edge of that right foot in line with the back of the mat. That allows you to stack hips, stack shoulders. We can reach the right fingertips skyward. And then from here, you can start to create some balance, shifting more into that left side and extend and reach through that right leg. Maybe the heel is in line with the knee, knee is in line with the hip, hip is in line with the shoulder. You can even reach the right arm up overhead. Finding a steady gaze for the eyes. One more breath here, working those side glute muscles. And then as you exhale, releasing back down. Just a couple of flows through cat-cow. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round. One more time. And I can just go into the other side. So I'm just gonna spin around. So the right palm's gonna ground, spread those fingers, extend the left leg out, find your balance, reaching the left fingertips skyward. You can start to reach that left leg up, really working the outer glute. Core is active, reaching the left arm up overhead. So really staying stacked here in the shoulders and the hips. I'm actively squeezing glutes. You can press the hips slightly forward. So lots of engagement, pointing through the toes or flexing through the foot. Breathing. One more inhalation. And then exhale, releasing everything back down. Back into the tabletop, curl the toes under, start to walk the hands back, lifting the knees. As long as it feels safe and comfortable for you here, bring the backs of the hands to the ground. So I'm counter stretching here by lengthening through my elbows. Gentle pressure of the backs of the hands into the earth, really nice stretch. I can even start to spin the hands around. Getting into those extensor muscles, getting into the wrist joint more. So a couple more breaths here, just exploring that. One more breath. Walking the hands out, fingers facing forward, releasing the knees, untucking the toes, making sure there's plenty of room out in front of you. Walk the hands out, wrists maybe a little wider than shoulder width apart. So my hips stay over my heels. I'm going to inhale here, and then exhale, think about releasing the heart to the earth. Still pressing palms into the earth. Inhale, pressing up, tone through the belly. Exhale, lower back down. So just kind of easing into a puppy pose. One more time, inhaling here, then as you exhale, sink the heart to the earth, pausing, breathing, moving into the chest. You can spin the inner thigh bones away from the belly. You can draw the low belly in and up slightly. Start to engage the core. Protect the low back as you shift forward. So there's some core work happening here. You can send the legs away, send the tailbone away. Active through the legs. Just start to move a little bit from side to side into the spine. As you reach the heart in one direction, the gaze in one direction, the opposite hip lowers down. Inhale through center. Exhale, gazing the opposite way, opposite hip draws away. Just one more time from side to side. Back through your center. We're going to do some Sphinx roll up. So inhale here, and then as you exhale, peel the belly and the pelvis, and the thighs away from the earth. You can stay on the knees. Think about the elbows driving towards the knees as you draw the low belly in and up. Belly button towards the spine. One more inhalation. And then as you exhale, lower back down. It's a slow, controlled release. Thighs, pelvis, the belly, reach the heart forward. Think about the mid-spine opening and reaching forward. Dragging the elbows back towards the heels. I'm still toning through my legs. Easy to lose sight of all the things. So staying very present, inhaling. And exhale, rounding, bowing, peeling. You can stay here or you can press the tops of the feet into the earth. Lift the knees for 3, 2, 1. Again, knees lower, thighs lower, belly lowers. From here, you can lift away from the earth, maybe lengthening out through the elbows a little bit, but I'm trying to drag the heels of my hands back towards my hips, reaching the heart forward. Instead of pressing the mat away, crunching into the low back, I'm actually dragging my hands back. Toning through the glutes, one more inhalation. And then exhale, you can lower back down. Draw the palms under the shoulders, baby cobra, strengthen back body. Curl and round through the spine, curl toes under, lift hips up and back. We're back in a down dog. From here, inner big toes can touch. We're gonna lift that left leg up skyward, bend the knee, hollow out the belly, sending the foot forward and planting through that front foot. Begin to bend and extend through the right leg, each time engaging through the right glute. Bending and extending. Next time you extend through that leg, and you can always use the blocks. You can have those framing that front foot. You're just going to start to extend through the front leg. I'm lifting my front toes and then rebending the knee. All my joints are popping, engaging the rear glute. Lifting, lengthening, tone through the core, bending. So just shifting between these two shapes in the body. The next time I bend, I'm going to stay there, framing that front foot. You can sweep the left foot back, we're in plank. So a moment here, we can come into a side plank. You can release the right shin down, similar to that side plank we were in before, or if you're feeling energized, maybe both legs stay stacked, feet are stacked. Really lifting the hips away from the earth. One more breath, balance. Back through your plank, shifting to the other side. So left arm engaged, lifting the left hip away from the earth. Stack the hips and shoulders, squeeze the glutes. Press the hips slightly forward, inhale. Exhale, we're back into plank. Inhale here, shifting forward, maybe knees come to the earth as you exhale, lower down, elbows hug into the midline. Inhale, just a baby cobra. Lengthen the spine, and then exhale, your choice, pressing back into a child's pose or into a down dog. So resting how you need. Always your choice. Finding what you need. A few breaths in that resting phase. One more breath. Then we'll all meet back together in our down dog. So from here, inner big toes can touch, lifting the right leg. Powerful through that leg. Bend the knee, really draw the low belly in and up, thigh in towards the belly, stepping the foot forward, and we're in that lunging position. Again, you can always use blocks here if that feels more safe and secure for you. Really working into the back leg as you bend and extend. Fire up the leg, fire up the glute, bending and extending, still keeping the hips low. Deep bend in that right knee. As you just play into that left hip, bending and extending. Next time you extend through the legs, stay there, and we're just gonna shift back and forth, driving maybe the back heel down, getting into more of that calf, and then the front hamstring, maybe even floating the right toes away from the earth. So bending and extending. And I'm really keeping legs very much engaged here. Keeping core active, trying to lengthen the spine out of the hips. Lots of engagement. Not just dumping into joints. Let's go one more time. Extending. Rebending. Can plant the palms alongside that foot, sweep it back. And just lower down onto the belly. Take your time. Chaturanga, arms, elbows hug in. Solid item energy all the way onto the belly. From here, extend the left arm out, bend the right elbow, right palm under the right shoulder, and then just shifting over to that left side. You can bend the right knee, maybe the sole of the foot releasing to the outer edge of the left leg. I'm pressing my left palm into the earth, rocking the back body back. One more breath. Rolling back onto the belly, extend the right arm out. You can start to bend through that top knee, maybe planting the foot over on that outer edge of the right leg. I'm pressing the right palm into the earth, pressing the left palm into the earth, trying to open up into my right shoulder and breathe. One more breath. Coming back through center. From here, forehead can come to the earth. Arms in the goalpost, arms are cactus arms. And you're just gonna lift the arms up and then back down. And then lift the arms up, keep them lifted, extend them out forward, lift them again, thumb skyward. And then bend the elbows, lifting the arms. Maybe keep them lifted, extend them out overhead, lifting the arms. Let's do that one more time. Lifting arms, elbows bent, elbows in line with shoulders. Maybe keep them lifted, extend the arms, lift the arms up. Then from here, bending. Lost my earpiece here. You can create a little bit of a pillow. So you can bend the elbows to the side, resting the forehead into the hands, and see if you can lift the left leg up. And then relax that back down. Bend the right leg, lifts up. Toning through the glutes, relax that back down. Left leg, inhale, lengthen to lift. Exhale, back down. Right leg, inhale to lengthen and lift. Exhale, relax back down. And then try for both legs. So inhale, lifting as much as you're able. Forehead stays down. Exhale, relaxing back down. Inhale, lift. Tone through the glutes. Exhale, relax back down. Just do 2 more times here. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, relaxing. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Palms under the shoulders. Tone through the core. Press them out away, coming into a child's pose, so just relaxing through the low back, forehead to the earth. 3 deep breaths. Begin to stretch long through the arms, lifting up, curling toes, coming into a down dog, inner big toes touching. Lifting through the left leg, inhale. Exhale, drawing the leg forward, planting the foot. You can walk your hands to your thigh. And again, we're just bending and extending through that right leg. Each time the glute is very active. Bending, extending. Tone through the core, bend and extend. Maybe reaching the arms away from the back body or from the thigh. We're opening up into the front of the body, engaging the back body, really starting to engage that glute. Arms can go into goalpost arms, cactus arms, arms can uplift, gaze can uplift. Maybe arching through the spine a bit more, lengthen the spine. One more inhalation here. As you exhale, reaching forward, the right palm comes down to the inside of that front foot, and we're spiraling the left arm down, back, and up. Still firing through that right glute. You can stay here, or shifting that left leg back, coming into a side plank. One more breath. Lower back down. It's your choice. You can vinyasa or just down dog. And exhale, lower down chaturanga, maybe with a hover. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back into down dog. Just a moment to be here. And then we'll all meet together in down dog. Lifting the right leg, inhale. Exhale, shifting forward, hollow out the belly, planting that foot. You can walk your hands to the thigh once you feel stable. Again, you can start to bend and extend through that left leg. Keeping that extension, keeping that tone, release the arms. Open the heart. Goalpost arms, cactus arms is an option. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Maybe lift the arms, keeping that back body engagement. You can arch the back even more. Breathe. Sink the hips low. Your next inhalation, reaching forward, left palm to the earth, sweeping the right arm down, back, and up. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Some more shoulder stacking. Engaging that left glute. Maybe stay here, or you can begin to transition into side plank for 3 breaths. Coming into plank, again, it's your choice to vinyasa or just a down dog. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or an up dog. Exhale, again, resting in your down dog or your child's pose. And how you rest is all up to you. It's intentional. If the breath feels out of control, then a child's pose. If you feel good, breath is in control, maybe a down dog is more your speed. Deep breath. One more breath. And then we're gonna all meet together in our down dog. We're gonna make this more of a flow. Inner big toes touch, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, shift forward. Plant the foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, reaching. Right arm down, right palm down. Sweeping the left arm down, back and up. You can stay here or shifting into the side plank. Coming into plank, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. We're just going to flow into the other side. Right side, inhale. Exhale, shifting forward, plant the foot. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reach. Left palm grounds. Sweeping right arm down, back and up. Coming into side plank. Balance. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, your choice. down dog, or child's pose. Just a fun little flow. Breathing here, resetting here. One more breath here. Let's flow through that just one more time. Let's meet together in our down dog. Inner big toes touching. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward, planting the foot. Inhale, rising. Exhale, sinking. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, grounding as you sweep the arm. Stabilize. Coming into side plank. Inhale. Exhale, plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, shifting it forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, sweeping the arm. Inhale, coming into side plank. Pausing for a moment. Coming into plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog or child's pose. One more breath. Coming to seated on your shins. We'll all meet there together. You can shift the hips to one side, sweeping legs out in front. So you can keep the right leg long, bend the left knee, and bring the sole of the foot to that inner thigh. So from here, I'm going to stabilize that left thigh down, tent the right fingers alongside the outstretched leg. Think about drawing that left shoulder forward. So it's a little bit of hamstring. I can engage through the quad, flex through the right toes. I'm also getting that side body stretch. So hopefully you feel that on the left side, breathing into that space. One more breath. Lifting back up. So we're going to temp the fingers alongside the leg, engage the core, either point the toes or flex the foot, and lift the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that left palm alongside the left hip, sweeping the right arm up, stretching through the front of the body, stretching through the side of the body. So arching through the back, breathing here. One more deep inhalation. Exhale, sink the hips low, sweeping the arm across and coming into a forward fold. So a little bit of a different sensation here than trapping that left hip down, that left thigh bone down. Again, you can tone through the right quad, releasing the right hamstring. Tone the core, tone the belly. And one more breath. Walking the hands alongside the leg, coming back through seated. You're just going to put that left shin or outer ankle on top of the right thigh. And you can think about sinking the hips or driving forward with the torso. Or you can plant the palms alongside the hips and bend through the right knee, maybe a little rock from side to side. Or opening into that left hip. Massaging into the glutes a bit. You come through stillness, through center, really opening into the left hip, tall spine. Breathing. One more breath. And lengthen through that right leg. I'm just extending the left leg out a moment here, flexing and pointing through the foot, both feet. Rolling curling at ankles. Flexing and pointing, spreading toes, anything that feels good. Left leg stays long, then right knee bends, right sole of the foot close to the body. Grounding that the right thigh down with the right hand, tenting the left fingers alongside that left leg, reaching the right shoulder forward to get that back body stretch. So you can still engage through that quad, flex through the left foot. I'm trying to get that back body stretch here. One more breath. Releasing that. Tent the fingers alongside the leg, tone through the cord, point through the toes or flex the foot. We're going to lift that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right palm alongside the right hip, sweeping the left arm up. Drive the hips forward, stretching through the front of the body, the side of the body. One more inhalation. Reaching and stretching, and then exhale, sink back down. Sweeping forward, coming into that more dedicated stretch of the leg. Reaching forward with the heart. Again, the left quad stays engaged. Relaxing the left hamstrings. I can flex through the foot more to get more of an opening through the back of the leg. Breathing here. One more breath here. Palms can walk back, lifting through the spine. I'm gonna just bring that right shin over the left thigh. And again, you can hinge forward if that's a good stretch for you. You wanna feel that in the outer right glute. Or you can plant the palms alongside the hips, bending through the left knee, still keeping the heart lifted. This can be a lot on the wrist, so choose your stretch wisely. We can rock a little back and forth as you rock over to that right side in particular, getting that beautiful stretch into, or that sensation of self-massage into that outer right hip. Back through center, pausing, stilling the movement, breathing. Definitely my tighter side, that right side is always tighter for me. So in my home practice, I might stay here a little bit longer on my tighter side. But for the purposes of this class, one more breath. And start to extend the left leg. Keep the right foot flexed to protect the knee joint. Extend the right leg out. Pump the backs of legs into the earth. Rock them back and forth a little bit. Making sure there's plenty of room back behind you. Bend the knees. Coming into boat pose. Hands to the backs of the thighs. Rock back, tall spine. Stay here or lift the shins. Stay here or reach the arms forward. Keeping that tall spine. Just for fun, lifting the right arm up by the bicep and then back down. Left arm up, back down. Right leg extends, rebend. Left leg extends, rebend. Knees squeeze together, heels squeeze together. Both arms lift, lift through the heart. Release back down. Maybe both legs lift, squeeze the inner legs together. See if you can keep this as you roll onto your back. Nice, slow, controlled release. Arms can float overhead. Keep the shoulder blades lifted. Keep the legs lifted for 3, 2. Press the spine into the earth. 1. Lower all the way. And full body stretch through the body. Arms long, legs long, spread fingers and toes. Breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. A moment to just soften, rest, feel the coolness of the earth supporting you. One more deep breath here. And you can start to bend your knees, plant your feet. I'm going to scoot up just a little bit more. You can hug your knees into the chest, take a rock from side to side. So you come back through center, stilling the movement, hands to the knees or shins, opening up the inner legs, and just start to circle independently. So knees in together, up in towards the body, away, out towards the side, and then down. Again, circle in, around. You can start to circle in the opposite direction. Back through center. From here, bending or keeping the knees bent, planting the feet, inner knees come together to touch. You can bring my arms into goalpost arms or cactus arms, inhaling, and then exhale the knees over to the left, the gaze to the right. You can stay here, or you can bring the left foot on top of the right thigh, draw it down, opening up that right hip a bit more. Let the belly be soft, just easy breaths. One more breath. You can release that left foot down. If it's lifted, draw the knees through center. Let the inner knees rest against one another. Perhaps even feeling a difference between the sides. Slowly start to release the knees over the other side. And you can stay here, or again, that right foot on top of the left knee. It's not just dragging it down. You're thinking about reaching the hip away from the shoulder, reaching the knee away from the hip, creating that beautiful opening through that whole side of your body. Breathing into that space. Maybe a deeper breath. You can be more passive, simply breathing and just being present here, or you can actively drive that away. Actively driving the right foot into the outer hip, outer knee and thigh. Just a couple more breaths here, exploring that. And then the gaze can come skyward, release the right foot, draw the knees in towards one another, just let them rest against one another. Inner knees touching, feet grounding, heart opening. Deep belly breath. And from here, start to separate the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together, the arms float down alongside the body. So the pinky toe edges of the feet into the earth, and press them in so much so that you can lift the hips away, drive the knees away towards the earth at the same time. The glutes are actively engaged. I don't have to have a big lift here, just enough to be away from the earth for one more inhalation. And then exhale, lower back down. And rest here. You can float the arms up overhead, take hold of either elbow. Knees just softening towards the earth, let the belly be soft. So we're just starting to slow down the practice a bit. Feel the rise and the fall of the breath in the belly. Feel the openness of the legs. 3 more deep breaths just like that. Start to relax the arms. You can use a little bit of arm strength, press the palms to the outer edges of the knees, drawing them back in towards one another. You can hug the knees into the chest. From here, again, it might feel good to rock gently from side to side or even circle through the knees. So this way, I'm massaging more of those outer glutes. And then you can start to circle in the opposite direction. Hugging knees into the chest. You can stay here or finish in a happy baby. So reaching for the pinky toe edges of the feet. The feet are skyward. There's a deep bend in the knees. Shoulders relaxed, head heavy. Take a deep breath here. Open the pelvic floor here. And then anything else that you need for your practice, allow that to happen now. Or you can just come straight into Shavasana. So you can release the feet, the legs can go long, the feet are as wide as the mat, arms are alongside the body with space between the inner arms and the side waists. You can tuck the shoulders under the back body. For a moment, just rock the head from side to side, freeing up the neck. Back through center. Think about aligning the neck with the rest of the spine. For a moment, think about clenching everything. The face, the jaw, the teeth, making fists, curl the toes, toe in the glutes, toe in the belly, engage biceps, squish up the face. Inhale here and then exhale. Relax fully. Let's do that a couple more times. So a couple breaths here, clenching, gripping, holding, inhaling, and then exhale, freeing everything. One more time just like that, making those fists, curling toes, engaging big muscle groups, small muscle groups, all the muscles, inhaling and then exhale. A full release into Shavasana, closing the eyes, melting into the earth. Breathing easily, simply resting. Begin to deepen your breath. You can continue to rest if you've got the time and the need. Otherwise, start to bring life and flickers, slow and soft, back into fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, elbows. You can open and close the mouth, stretching arms overhead, deep breaths, maybe a cleansing breath. Breathe in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Take your time. You can Bend one knee, bend the other, plant the feet, resting the hip flexors, the psoas. And as you're ready, begin to roll gently to either side, curling into a fetal position. You can support your head with your arm, belly soft, knees bent. And roll the chest and the belly more towards the earth. Use arm strength, maybe eyes closed. Pressing up to seated. Just a comfortable cross-legged seated position. Any position, any direction. Grounding through sit bones, finding a tall spine, open heart. Bringing hands to the heart, just acknowledging your practice with a grateful heart. I'm grateful for the honor to lead and guide you through this practice. Namaste. So thank you all once again for joining me. Have a beautiful Friday, have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you next week.